50,000 Devil Hunter said, I believe in DJ Miles, so thank you guys so much for 50,000 subscribers on the channel. Despite the season 1 anime ending, the manga is still going strong. So beyond the chapter reviews, let me know what Chainsaw Man topics you would like further explanations on. Theories, no, Kobeni is not the Death Devil confirmed as of this chapter. And with that out of the way, Chainsaw Man chapter 121 starts off with Yoshida asking Yoru what she was mumbling about back at the school gates. Asa responds that life would be easier on your own, in which Yoshida responds, I question why you would even say that out loud. Yoshida then rambles on about how maybe she should just enjoy the single life, blah blah blah. Check this out, Yoshida has been very discreet in Chainsaw Man Part 2. So much so, he was actually very discreet with the wording he said here with Asa in the beginning of this chapter. Yoshida asks Asa what she was mumbling about and then responds, I would question why you would say what you said out loud. Personally, I believe Yoshida heard way more than Asa just mentioning Denji flaking out on their date, but in actuality, he heard everything. Meaning the additional information of Asa beating Chainsaw Man and getting her body back, not once, but twice. Yoshida is very smart. You know he remembers his encounter with Asa and how she wanted him to be her boyfriend. Yoshida thought something was odd back then, and now putting 2 and 2 together, he knows someone is definitely possessing Asa Mitaka, which is essentially why he tells Asa to stop seeing Denji. Context-wise, Asa doesn't know what we know about Yoshida and his relationship with Denji and Chainsaw Man. But Yoshida is heavily hinting at whoever is inside at Asa, warning not to directly mess with him because he will fight the War Devil if he has to. Now, do I think Yoshida knows he's confronting the War Devil? I'm gonna lean on probably not, but he was glancing at Fami with that weird stare down several chapters back, so who knows? Unfortunately for Asa, and now we can also talk about Denji, we're getting some serious Romeo and Juliet plot elements in Chainsaw Man Part 2. Asa and Denji want to see each other, but Yoshida is warning Asa to avoid seeing Denji or else, and Nayata is doing the same thing for Denji. Sure, she's being a manipulative brat, not wanting Denji to ever fall in love, but did you see how she spun that argument back at Denji favoring her ulterior motives? We'll discuss the nasty devil scent in just a bit, but for now, Denji flat out told Nayata, I don't want to be Chainsaw Man anymore because what's the point of being this awesome shonen protagonist if the hero isn't going to get all the chicks at the end of the story? I mean, I can relate. I'm only a YouTuber not because I have a burning passion to talk about fictional anime characters, but because deep down, I'm just trying to with all the sexy waifus in the comments down below. But to bring it back to Denji, his face when he says this to Nayata is very similar to how he felt emotionally when he thought Reze stood him up post Bomb Girl arc. He's genuinely upset. Now, of course, instead of Nayata being understanding, she screams at Denji and smacks his butt and spins the narrative as, look Denji, you can actually receive more love and admiration from the general public who loves Chainsaw Man than the love of one singular girlfriend. Think about it, Denji. If 100 people love Chainsaw Man, that's 99 more people who loves you than one girlfriend who loves Denji. I mean, the math makes total sense here. This is more or less what Nayata is trying to convey here. A light bulb goes off his head and says, you know what? Yeah, that does make sense. Let's beat Chainsaw Man. Now, Nayata may have won the battle in chapter 121, convincing Denji to turn into Chainsaw Man once more, but I think Nayata will develop as a character as the series continues. I say this because when Denji asks her, am I going to be single for life? This panel of Nayata immediately after got her looking a bit dumbfounded. It's so small, but I think Nayata realized in that moment that even if she ultimately gets Denji all to herself, somewhere deep down, she genuinely loves Denji and will honor and respect his wishes as well. That aside, let's talk about what Nayata said. And she comments how she notices the nastiest devil scent she has ever smelled. Now, originally, I thought this was suggesting the scent Asa left on Denji is bad news because, well, duh, it's another horseman of the apocalypse. But after rereading the chapter, it seems like Nayata's spidey sense is tingling, telling Denji to turn into Chainsaw Man because the threat she's actually referring to is the threat Asa encounters at the apartment complex. Chapter 121 foreshadows Yoshida versus the War Devil, but I don't think the woman in the black outfit is someone assisting Yoshida, but it can actually be Death itself. Every horseman so far has been a female. Check. This woman donning the black outfit is very appropriate on what Death would wear. Check. Nayata's spidey sense of the nastiest devil smell she ever smelled. Check. Mangled up Death body. Check. Another power to enslave humans like control, war, and Fami. Check, check, check. So if it looks like a duck and act like a duck, ladies and gentlemen, Fujimoto just revealed the Duck Death Horsemen. Confirmed. Now, the only reservation I would have in all this is that would Fujimoto really show off all his cards so early, arguably showcasing the final antagonist of the story right here and now? I mean, none of us expected Fami to arrive when she did, so I guess this isn't completely off the grid. And there is also the possibility that the Death Horseman isn't the final antagonist of the story, but arguably still a major antagonist nevertheless. Keynote, when Asa mentioned she wishes she was better off dead, we see the man falling off the building, and if that wasn't a breadcrumb trail for Fujimoto to tell us, the audience, that hello, here's the Death Horseman, I don't know what is. But goodness, we can finally rest aside that Kobeni is the Death Horseman. I seriously don't know why people even think this, but what I do know is that Asa can't catch a break, and Chainsaw Man could very well save our favorite damsel in distress, Asa Mitaka. Hell, Naita may very well join Denji if she acknowledges how nasty this devil scent could be and assist him. And where does Yoshida fit into all this? Because you know he's been a sussy baka, always lingering around when crazy scenarios happen. Disturbing stuff indeed, but if you guys want to know the 8 disturbing moments in Chainsaw Man, you're going to want to click on this video right here.